Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to discuss about another very important topic of CSS, that is background position Y property. So in this session, we will discuss what is background position Y property, why do we need it, how to use it, and what all possible values are there that we can specify here. But before we start the session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because we are going to use some of the other property that we have already discussed. Okay, so it's better to follow them in a sequential way. In case if you don't know about the HTML, there is a separate playlist for HTML also that you can refer. Okay, but in this session we will be mainly focusing on how to use background position Y property. Okay, now let's start with the code. So if you look at the code is very simple and straightforward. We have just noted down one title in the head section, and there is one heading which is CSS Cascading Style Sheets by Sharmit. Okay, and there are some comments. So these are the comment for session introduction, but there are some other comments that I have hide for now. Like you can see, these are the comment that I'll show you later. For time being, I'm just hiding it, otherwise you might get confused. Okay, so this is the simple code, and here only one executable thing is there in the body, which is heading. So let me show you the output of it. So when you show the output, it is coming like this: CSS Cascading Style Sheets by Sharmit. Okay, now what next? We are going to add another heading. So here we will write h2, and in h2 we will write new heading, which is background hyphen position hyphen Y property in CSS. Now you can refresh it and you can see background position Y property in CSS. Alright, now what next? Now we will discuss about the background position Y property. So this property is mainly used to control how the image will be placed on Y axis or on vertical axis. Okay, so vertically where you want to place your image will be decided by the value that you have passed with the background position Y property. Okay, so now to show you what all possible values are there with background position Y, let me expand this comment section, and these are the possible values that we can pass with background position Y property, which includes the first category is keyword value. Here we are supposed to pass directly the keyword which will help us to place the image on Y axis, or you can say vertically. So first value is top, which will place your image on the top of the element wherever you are applying it. Then we have next value as center, which will place our image in the center of the element, and then we have bottom, which will place the image in the bottom of the element. Okay, so let's verify these three values first, and then we will later on discuss the other two categories. Okay, fine. To make it simple, what we will do, we will add one div here, and on that div we will apply all these operations. So let me add div. In div we will set ID to access it. So here I'll use the ID as box. Now you can simply save it and just scroll it up. Here we all know that we have to apply the CSS. So to apply the CSS, what we will do here, we will use internal CSS using style. So just simply write here style. In style we will select the selector. So my selector is ID, so that's why I'm using hash symbol, hash box, then use curly braces and expand it. Now in this curly, and always make sure that you are providing the same name. If something is written with a capital B, you are also supposed to write here in a capital. Why? Because this is completely case sensitive. Okay, fine. Now in this box we will firstly set the width of the div. So for that I'll use the width as 800 pixel. Then we will set the height we can take as 1000 pixels. Then we will set the border. In border we will use 5px solid black. Okay, now you can simply save it and refresh the browser. Something is wrong here, that's why we are not able to get the values. Let me check what is wrong. We are using hash box, that is correct. Okay, here let me rewrite it. Border 5px solid black. Save it, refresh it. So now you can see border is coming on a div. So this is the area where we are going to use our image. If you want to reduce the size of this, you can simply go here and you can change the, let's keep it as 800 itself. Okay, so that we can see it properly. 800 I think would be the enough. Fine, yeah, or maybe we can reduce more if you want, maybe 700 pixels, not 70, it should be 700. Fine, so this is the div. Okay, fine. Now what we will do here, let's keep it as 800 because I want to show it properly, like how the height is managed when we are using this. Okay, so let's keep it as 8. Something is wrong here. Keep the height as 800 pixels. Fine. Okay, now what next? We have set these things. Now it's time to add the image. So to add the image, we will use background image with URL, and in URL we will put the name of the image. So the image is already stored in the same location where my code resides, so I can directly write here webtiger.webp. Now you save it, refresh it. It is repeated because we have not set the background repeat no, so it's time to apply background repeat no. If you don't know, you can check this topic also, like what is background repeat, because we have already discussed it. So now you can see the image is in the top. So by default value for background position Y is top. Okay, so let me show you that. So now we will apply the background position Y. Here we will use the value as top, so it will change nothing. Why? Because the image is already in the top or top of the element. So instead of top, we can change the value to center. So if we select center option, you can see that image is in the center of the div. Okay, likewise if you want to keep it as in the bottom, you can simply select here bottom, save it, and you can see now the image is in the bottom. So we have three possible keyword values. One is top, second is center, and third one is bottom. So this is how it works. Clear? So we discussed about the first category. Now we have second category where we can put the values in terms of percentage, where 0% means at the top, 50% means at the middle or center, you can say, and then we have 100%, which means at the bottom. So let's verify that. So to verify that, you can simply write here the values in percentage. So let's keep it as 0%. You can see image is in the top. Similarly, if you want at center, you can change it to 50%, image is in 50%. Likewise, if you want to keep it at bottom, set 100, and you can see the image is in 100%. Clear? Fine. Likewise, in case if you want to lie somewhere between the center and top, so you can accordingly provide the value. Let's say if I want to keep it as 25%, so you can set it as 25, refresh it, and you can see now the image is in 25%. Likewise, you can change it to let's say 5%, so it will show with some space. Why? Because we have set at 5%. Clear? So this is all about the second category. So likewise, you can decide how much percent you want to place, where you want to place as per the percentage. Then we have third value, which is length values, 5 pixel, 50 pixel, and 100 pixel. Here you can put the values in pixels. So let's say if I keep it as 5 pixels, so you can see the image is coming here, okay, with a 5 pixel. Likewise, if you want to make it 50 pixel, image is in 50 pixel. 500 pixel, image is in 500 pixel. Okay, so this is how all it works. So basically we discussed how to use position background position Y property along with different kind of values, where we talked about keyword values, percentage value, and length values. Okay, so yeah, that's all for the session, and I hope it is clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.